It's brutal sometimes, dude. I mean, I have never, ever lived anywhere in the United States. And I've been around. I've lived everywhere. Yeah, I've lived, I've lived in a few places, but the wind is so constant. And it's like damaging at the same time. Right, yeah, if you want to, go out in the morning, have your cup of coffee on the back deck, or sit out and have, smoke or whatever, play with the dogs. The wind's blowing. Yeah, it's constant in this town. Constant at least 10 miles an hour on any given day, up to 30 like it was yesterday. Yesterday it was like, what? It's all the time. You can't go out. You can't picnic. Let's go on a picnic. Yeah, let's go have brunch in the park. Wind's blowing 35 miles an hour, Like I said yesterday, it was bad. Lawn furniture, garbage cans, neighbor's garbage can blew down. You're watching it go down the alley, garbage everywhere. It's like, just don't matter. Don't worry about that garbage. It will be gone in no time. Yeah. More to come, Andy, today. You know why? Everyone knows it's windy, and windy and stormy. She's blowing the garbage around the town, and ba-ba-ba, ba-ba. What? Come on. A windstorm came just the other day. Bam! Blew the house that I lived in away. I'm having so much trouble. So much trouble. I'm about to lose my mind. And there you go. There you go. If George Thorogood and the association could both sing about windy and the wind blowing, so can I. Right. Truth be told, the association was singing about a girl named Wendy, and George Thorogood was singing about the weather. And so can I. So, Andy, what? Before we get any further in our Monday morning shenanigans here, Andy wants me to remind you to like this video, and that's right around down here somewhere. There's like a thumbs up and a thumbs down. So I'd like you to like the video, like give me a thumbs up. Like, boo, off with his head. Yes, don't be like all Caligula-like. All right, give me a thumbs up over here. And remember, over here, down here somewhere, there's that oblong subscribe button. Then you can subscribe, bing, to the my YouTube channel. And not only will you get periodical comedy-like videos, but you will get the Monday morning podcast, and it will ding you at the most inappropriate time on a Monday morning. Who wants to be getting notifications on their phone from Pipewrench podcast at 8 o'clock on a Monday morning? Raise your hands. Me, I do. But come on, man. You're in a Monday morning staff meeting with Human Resources wants to see you this morning. Where did that come from, Andy? Where did the suspenseful Human Resource wants to see you on a Monday morning and you're getting an alert that the Pipewrench podcast is starting? Well, it's about 5 after 8. 6 after 8? I don't know. You're in charge of all that. Okay, another big Monday, another big Monday morning shout out to our fabulous friends and our neighbors. And this morning's podcast is brought to you by the Great Falls Gazette. They're right down the hall. Take the stairs, one floor. When you get out the stairs, go 3 doors down. Did you see what I did with that 3 doors down? Bam, you're at the Great Falls Gazette. They have a Tuesday and Thursday. Yeah, it was Monday. You're right. They moved it around because they got the Sunday edition now. So now you got Sunday that's jam-packed with local news and local commentary. And you got Tuesdays and Thursdays. Those are $1. Yeah. It's actually on the Sunday. So, Rolling Stone, gonna see my picture on the cover. Stone, gonna buy 5 copies for my mother. Stone, gonna see my smiling face on the cover of the Great Falls Gazette. Oh, yeah. Probably, we're gonna be on, what, Andy? America's Most Wanted over there on the back page? America's Most Wanted for doing a bad podcast. And frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. Well, Andy, good morning. I knew the red light was on the whole time. It's Monday, November 18th. And guess what? Guess what? Go, guess. It's Mickey Mouse's birthday. I kid you not. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mickey Mouse. Happy birthday to you. He's old, Andy. No, I'm not doing the how old are you verse. He was co-created in 1928, Andy, so that would make him 96. Old Mickey's getting up there, ain't he? 96 years old, co-created, first appeared this day in 1928, November 18th. And even more importantly, is that a word, importantly? Even more important, this is just in, even more importantly, it is Kirk Hammett's birthday also today. Kirk, if you don't know who Kirk Hammett is, he is 61 years old today, and he is the lead guitarist of a band called Metallica. Seek and destroy. You know, yeah. We're off to never, like boom, 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 boom. Yeah. If you remember now, Kirk Hammett replaced the original lead guitar for Metallica, and that was Dave Mustaine. Dave Mustaine left Metallica, or fired, depending on the story you want to hear. And then Dave went on, Mustaine, to form a band called Megadeth. Peace sells, but who's buying? Peace sells, but who's buying? Both thrash metal bands in their prime, yeah. Really, master of calling the strings. So basically, it's pretty cool, if you think about it, it's pretty cool that Metallica kicked Mustaine, or Mustaine left Metallica, and then went on to form Megadeth, because we as fans got 2 kick-ass heavy metal, thrash metal bands out of the whole deal. So, hats off to Kirk Hammett, 61 today. Hats off to Mickey Mouse, who is 96 today. And hats off to Dave Mustaine just for being a kick-ass guitar player. All right. Yeah, we got 2 bands out of their Discord and unavailable to get along. Actually, they kicked Dave out because he was partying too hard, and he was just doing the old partying thing, and they couldn't get along. So yeah, they parted ways. We got 2 kick-ass heavy metal bands out of the deal. Right. So where are we at? We are, what? I did. All right, did anyone else? That's a dumb question. Did anyone else think this Friday that watching the Mike Tyson, Iron Mike Tyson versus Jack Paul, I mean, come on. Do you really, 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 really think that Jake and Mike? Come on. Did you watch the fight, Andy? It was on Netflix. It was on Netflix Friday night. Like I said, I was trying to get the point. Did anybody think that this was a total waste of time? Besides me. For those, what was up with all the buffering? What was up with all the I mean, come on, what was up with all the buffering, Andy? I mean, come on. They'll be watching the video. What the hell's wrong with our video? It was just like that. I mean, first of all, Netflix was crashing. Okay? Yet, what? 65 million people wanted to turn in to watch a former heavyweight champion, 58-year-old Iron Mike Tyson, who's looked all of 58 years old, fight a 20-something Jake Paul, YouTuber, influencer, turned boxer who was only fought people it couldn't handle the overload, Andy. It couldn't have, it couldn't handle, Netflix couldn't handle. People were like subscribing to Netflix just for the fight. No, I watched it on a delay. I watched it on a delay on a YouTube. And I had about from what I heard, I had about a 15-second delay. But that's all I was watching. So I didn't know that, the fight ended 50, I didn't know. So I didn't pay for it. Hell no. Hell no. Why? Well, there was all the problems with the buffering. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. It was a great... Push this button and he throws a left. Push this button and he throws a right. Push this button and he knocked his block off. No, there was no knocking of the block off. I thought it was a waste of time. If you didn't know, Jake Paul defeated Mike Tyson by unanimous decision, 3 points, in front of 70,000 people at the AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. On a side note now, though, that Jake Paul now has a better record this year than the Dallas Cowboys do at AT&T Stadium this year. Jake Paul's 1-0. Dallas Cowboys ain't won a game at home. So, hats off to Jake for pulling out the first win of the year at AT&T Stadium. After the fight, though, Jake Paul announced that his next opponent would be former President Jimmy Carter. So stay tuned for that. We got to see how that work turns out, Andy. Of course, I ripped it off of the meme. I posted the meme. I'm the meme poster. I mean, truthfully, the fight started out okay. I mean, Tyson charged the center of the ring just like the older days with the dinosaurs when they ruled the planet. He did, but by mid-fight, you can tell that Tyson. No, they're 8 2-minute rounds instead of 3-minute rounds. Yeah, the boo, throw the bum out. Oh, yeah. It was just a YouTuber fighting an old man. I mean, I'm both. I'm a YouTuber and an old man. So it was like I could fight myself. Yeah, the boos. Yeah, it was like kind of like right. The boos are cascade. Boo, boo. It's like, what are we at, a fight or a Dallas Cowboy game? Lions in town kicking their ass again. I mean, yeah, it was such a weird situation to see it. I mean, what? Oh, he has? Jake Paul's not fighting Carter. Who? Jake Paul just announced, just now this Monday morning, that the next, his opponent he's going to get in the ring with former President Joe Biden. So that's going to be good. All right? That's going to be great. I will say this, though. I will. I can't be serious about something that was not serious, okay? I will say this, though. Iron Mike Tyson, he just fought a sanctioned professional fight at the age of 58 against a man who was 27 years old. I mean, okay? I bet you I'm not going to see a sanctioned heavyweight fight between a 58-year-old man and a 27-year-old Jake Paul. Do you think you're going to see that again in your lifetime? I don't think I'm going to see that again in my lifetime. Okay? I won't, and everybody's talking about it was scripted, everything's scripted. Everything's scripted. They're like, yeah, the fight was scripted, like, WWE, professional wrestling, woo, with the Ric Flair, woo, I can't even do, yeah, woo, yeah. Where it's a form of, WWE is just a form of what? They have a name to it for it too, but it's staged combat, okay, right? Because it's all fake. It's combined with their athletic athletic theater, okay, and then the drama, the bad guys and the good guys, and I don't watch wrestling, but I'm aware of WWE and all that kind of stuff. The Ric Flair and that, I've watched it. I remember who I liked, the Ultimate Warrior. I liked him. I like Lex Luger, Miss Elizabeth. She's dead now. I liked Hulk Hogan, and Ric Flair. Woo, the Rickster. Yeah. But there's nothing real about it. You know, the Steiner brothers. They're like University of Michigan graduates turned WWE, and then it was WWR, then the WOF. I think it's been every initial there is. But they admitted it a long time ago. No, people still think that wrestling's real, though. They're like, yeah, they're really doing it. They're really wrestling there and beating each other up. And it's like, no, they're not. Ric Flair's not. Okay? Anyway. We're getting off on that. But back to the Tyson-Paul fight. It was scripted. Everybody's like booing because they weren't fighting and they weren't doing this and they weren't doing that. Okay? Did anybody care to look up what the contract was? It was available on Google, up online. All you had to do was Google it. It was a real basic contract for something like that. Jake Paul and Mike Tyson signed a contract that said that both fighters had, H-A-D, both fighters had to, should we do the buffer? Both fighters had to fight the entire fight, okay, to earn the real money, the purse that was available, okay? The fight had to go the distance. We're going the distance, yeah. It had to go the distance for Tyson to get his 20 and Paul to get his $40 million. If Tyson would have knocked Paul out in the first round, he wouldn't have got $20 million. Contract said it had to go the distance. And you saw that it did. Okay? Was it scripted or was it a contract? Both fighters knew. Both fighters knew walking into that ring that the fight had to go 8 rounds. They knew. They could do a round, they could spar, you know, they could do this, they could do that, but they both had to go the distance, and they knew it. Oh, I know. The only losers in the whole battle was the fans that had to sit through this boring, you know, contracted fight. Maybe it was scripted, maybe it was not, you know. But hey, what? No, that's canceled. What do you mean it's canceled already? Okay, this just in. Okay, all right. I'll let them know. This just in. Jake Paul is going to fight for the next, in a sanctioned bout, William Shatner. Holy mackerel, William Shatner. Ba, ba, la, 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 la. Do, 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 do. Space. He's going to fight Captain Kirk. Captain Kirk's going to kick him. Put phasers on stun. I know it. We're just losing. We're out of control. We're going the distance. So the fight wasn't scripted. They just had to go the distance. All right. So it was, but it wasn't. You could say they had an agreement. They both knew coming down the pike what had to come out at the end. You know, and so. If WWE wrestlers are doing contracts and scripts, and boxers now that we know are doing a contract, okay, what else? And everybody's on uproar over the National Football League. Okay, I could go with that. Do I think it's scripted contracts or? I don't know. Maybe not. What about the Dallas Cowboys? 2014, when Des Bryant, do you remember the non-catch against the Packers? That they called, that was totally a catch. He had the ball in bounds. He didn't lose it until both feet were down, and then he went out of bounds. Right. And he crossed the corner of the goal of the end zone. Right. Yeah. Yep. How about the Dallas is involved in one of them too? How about the pass that it was linebacker Anthony Hitchens and tackled it was the pass interference call that wasn't called in the Detroit Lions Dallas Cowboys game. That was in 2014, playoff implications. Yeah, linebacker, like I said, Anthony Hutchins. He basically, when Brandon Pettigrew was going for the pass, Anthony took his arm from behind, pinned his arms down and tackled him before the ball got there. And it drew a flag. It drew a flag, and then the line judge said overturned it because he didn't see it. Well, he was out of position. That's why he didn't see it. That's why the other ref called. So why did the head linesman supersede and give the pass? You know? I mean, come on, I'm a Lions fan. We've had this scripted, contractual bullshit going on. How about the stolen touchdown in 2010 that led to the Calvin Johnson rule? Okay? All right. What, that's just Lions stuff? There's nothing else going on that proves that the NFL is scripted? Cam Newton not diving for the fumble in Super Bowl 50. Just sitting there looking at it. La-di-da. Oh, there's a ball in the ground. I think I'll scratch my balls. How about the whole Tampa Bay with Brady divisional game against the LA Rams? Divisional 2021. How about the whole game? Okay? The whole game. Tampa's going to get a Super Bowl, Brady and Gronk. That's all there is to it. And heck with it, How about Super Bowl 49? You tell me that wasn't, come on now. Super Bowl 49, 2015, Tom Brady leads the New England Patriots from behind, gets over Seattle. Seattle is down 28-24. 20 seconds on the clock. So 20 seconds on the clock, Andy? Okay. Patriots are up 28-24. 20 seconds on the clock. Seattle's got the ball on the 1 yard line. Marshawn Lynch has been unstoppable all day long. What do? I knew that the game was over. I'm sitting there watching it like, the game's over. They're going to give it to Marshawn Lynch. They've got 2 or 3 times to do it. Did they have his third down? Yeah. Second? Yeah. So, what did they do? What did they do? Anybody out there in television land remember? And they threw an interception, game over. Brady wins the Super Bowl. That was a surprise. Yeah. Yeah, Super Bowl 40. Katy Perry, though, played. Katy Perry did the halftime show barefoot. How would I know that? Come on, Andy. What do you mean, how do I know that? Look at the Chiefs all this year. With Taylor Swift and all her Swifties and a band of Swifties, missed calls, holding calls, Patrick Mahomes talking to the refs, getting help. Hey, let me over there about to tackle me or blitz, okay? Scripted. Houston Astros, baseball, cheated. It's still like, oh yeah, it's all right. All right. So yeah. Come on, it's all out there. It's all out there. Everything's, suspect. The usual suspects. This Saturday coming up, just a few days, we got the Brawl of the Wild. It's the 122nd meeting between the Montana Grizzlies and the Montana State Bobcats. Montana leads the series 74-42, 5 ties. They play for the Grateful Dead. They don't play for the Grateful Dead. They play for the Great Divide Trophy. That started in the 90s. Yep. Bobcats are, oh man. I don't know. Saturday night, they were like on UC Davis, like 28 to 8. I go get some chips, make some popcorn. I did something. Come back. It's like 30 to 28. It's like, holy crap. Yeah, I don't know how they gave that game away, but boy, they were trying to give it away, but they came out with a win. So Grizz won with Portland State over the weekend. So you got 2 ranked teams in the FBS playing for the Great Divide Trophy. This game is on Saturday. What time do you know? Probably in the early afternoon. We don't know. Yeah, game's in Bozeman. My prediction? Games in Bozeman. Cats look awful good. I'm going to go Bobcats 31, Grizzlies 17. Andy, that good? All right. All right, so remember, follow them scripts. Watch those scripts, everybody. All right, Andy says we're out of here, so we are out of here. So remember this November 18th, Mickey Mouse's birthday, and Kirk Hammett's birthday. To spay and neuter. Adopt, don't shop. Foster, rescue, hell, volunteer. But most importantly, why don't you go out and adopt a shelter pet today? Big game next Saturday. Montana Grizzlies on the road in Bozeman facing the undefeated Montana State Bobcats. See y'all next week. Have a great week. We're looking at snow. Andy says we're looking at snow Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Drive safe. It'll be the first snow of the year. We are out of here.